During the 10 days of the evangelistic campaign in Santiago de Cuba, I was amazed to see the way the Spirit of God worked through the church and the people in the community.
In Cuba, I saw a deep reliance on the Holy Spirit unlike any other time in my life. I can recall one experience where I was out visiting with Jonathan and the Bible worker from Fomento, and we visited one young woman's home. And I don't speak Spanish, but this conversation, unlike any other time, I understood so clearly. The lady, she was talking about a lack of self-worth in her life, and Jonathan started speaking to her how she could come to Jesus as she was. And that's what I thought they were saying about how she didn't feel good enough, and how Jonathan was talking with the love and grace of God. And I asked him after, was that the focus of the conversation? And he's like, yeah, you got it. So even there, the Holy Spirit was breaking down these walls, and it just amazed me that that subject was the one that was most clearly understood.
I was part of the team that was at Pork Chops Church, which is the poorest church at that city. The people there are hungry not just for the physical, but for the spiritual as well. During the evangelist meeting, one thing that I really like is about the time that I spend with the children. They have beautiful smiles, and when I taught them Chinese, they learned the language very quickly.
One of the things that I really enjoyed about being with the kids, it actually really impacted me a lot, is their willingness to be able to learn about Jesus. You know, you had all these kids in this really tight little room, and yet they were all happy and super attentive.
I was able to have an experience at this church where I met a group known as the Prayer Warriors. Now this group prays, but it's not just prayer. It's not just prayer as we think of it in our churches. These people pray in a lot of different ways. There's a group of people in a back room of the church that are praying from before worship starts until well after the appeal has been made and the final prayer has been completed. There are people walking around the church praying and singing. They are claiming that place as the Lord's place. There's a spiritual barrier that is being claimed in that place. And I thought I was going to go there, and I thought it was going to be a long night, just being there praying with this group. But in reality, I was blessed. I experienced the presence of the Lord in that place in a very different way that I had it the night before when I was experiencing the evangelistic series. And it's something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. And I think we should consider adding prayer, more serious prayer, to every part of our daily life.
Now, at the end of the trip, the Lord gave us the biggest gift anybody could expect. The Lord gave us health, and that's a huge gift. Yes, the Lord allowed us to go to Cuba, a communist country that has been forgotten for 60 years. That was a big gift. Yeah, the Lord gave us 5 churches where we ministered to, and they were engaged, and that was a big gift too. He gave us many gifts, but there was one gift that cannot be bought nor sold. And it was 341 souls, 341 baptisms that we are so blessed. The locals told us, folks from Andrews, you need to know that when you get to heaven, you will have little Cuban stars on your crown. And I say, that is so true. Our students participated in this, the Bible workers, pastors. It was a community effort. We cannot give credit other than the Holy Spirit, which He deserves all the credit. We cannot give credit to one person. It was a community effort, it was a church effort, it was a conference effort. 341 souls really enlarge our hearts. We just want to say, to God be the glory.